Blessed Sacrament. And anyway, powerful lady. I don't know if you guys are aware that his dad was a mayor here at one time, Paul Licano. Again, I got to know Paul very well. I worked for him in a way up at the mine. He was a sort of a superintendent, I believe, and I used to do some work for him in maintenance. Very good man, even though we butted heads a lot. Butted heads up there and we butted heads here, but we were still good friends. Very humorous person, he had very dry humor. I miss him a lot. That's Bob, that's Robert's dad. His brother, I believe his brother still, or retired from the Penal Sheriff's Department. And that's about all I know about his family. And I was kind of hoping that somebody here present could say a few words about knowing him or how they felt about him. So I think it's all right to come up here and say a few words if you feel like it. Okay, somebody's waiting, brother. Go ahead.
I'll be happy to say something good about Robert.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So I worked with him.
Push the button.
Oh.
Ring.
It's green. Can you hear me? Okay. I worked with Robert Licano on a number of projects for over 10 years with his talent as a photographer. And I think what he brought to Miami is this incredible photographic eye, and his photography will live on as part of his legacy and what he contributed to Miami's, brand, their image. It was really an incredible thing that he contributed. So
If you look at our website, it's still on there. He took a picture of Sullivan Street.
yes.
And Sunset.
Yes.
Beautiful picture.
We use that in the recent community guide, and then we also featured, I think, one of the best smelter nighttime photos ever taken, which was his. But there was so many of his photographs that represent this area. So
He was a professional.
yes, he was.
Also, he's got many pictures at the Bullion.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank
We'll
you.
miss him.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Mr. Mayor, I'll just speak from back here. My name is Joe Sanchez, and I didn't really get to know Robert very well, but I knew his parents, and my association with his dad before he became the mayor was through the Lions Club. He was doing some work in parts of Africa, and it wasn't really affiliated with the Lions. It was with the company he was working for, but his contact with me, which was his dad, we were able to send many, many pairs of eyeglasses to needy families in the part of Africa that he was working. And that was many years ago, but Robert was just a young man then, but I know the family, we're going to miss him dearly, and our thoughts and prayers are with those of his friends and family that are still here with us.
Thank you, Joe. And your organization is a wonderful organization. People don't think about eyeglasses. As a matter of fact, a good friend of yours that moved up here with me tried to get hired on at the mine, but he needed glasses so that he can pass the test. So we didn't know what to do, so we're trying to gather up some money to buy him glasses. And we heard about your organization. He went over there, and I don't know how they worked that out, but he saw an optometrist and fixed him right up. So, thank you guys. Good organization. Uh-oh, Valerie.
Hi, I kind of knew Robert too a little bit, and every time when I see Robert at Dave's Fast Stop or anywhere, I always say hi to him because I have my respect for him as well. He was a very good man, And he was very gentle with everyone with his soft words.
Yes.
I came out at Days Past Stop one morning, or it was an afternoon, some I don't remember, but it was well back. Anyway, he was going in the store and I was going out, and then I say, "Hi, Robert." He goes, "Hi." But he's always having that smile.
Yes.
And to everybody here, and I do know Robert, and he's a really nice guy. We're gonna be truly gonna miss him, but yeah.
Yes.
So I just think of how he was. That's how I'm gonna put it that way.
Yes.
Thank you.
With his soft touch, when we had a conversation, I always had the feeling of being analyzed by a psychiatrist. He is so soft-spoken and very interesting person. Yes. Anyone else? Okay, we have 7 minutes. Does anybody have anything nice to say about Mike Black? I do. I've known Mike for quite a while. I've known Mike for quite a while. And we butted heads for 15 years. 16 years we butted heads. Yes, but he's still a friend. And we, through the council, we got a lot of work done. He contributed a lot. And I want to compliment him. Last meeting, he reported that he had an issue on one of the items on, I believe, of the vehicles. And he went and he talked to the people in the office about this first. And then he reported his findings. And I was hoping that the rest of the council would pick up on that. Instead of not grandstanding, but we used to call it the aha moment up at the mine. A lot of people like to corner somebody and, aha, I told you. But anyway, we can avoid that if you go and talk to the people that are of concern, no matter what, and then report to the council. This is what I found out. I don't agree with it, but I reported to the council, and because of that, it runs a lot smoother. And we got done pretty quick because of what Mike did that evening.
Mayor? Well, since it's before the meeting, and in case Councilmember Black leaves before we're done, I did have a certificate of appreciation for Councilmember Black for 16 years of service to the town of Miami. And we got you a cake.
Let's see, who doesn't like me, keep them away from the cake.
Right?
Move up a little bit. There you go. Thank you. Everybody, thank you.
This is the hard work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No speech?
Oh, come on.
Steve, sure. I'd like to thank everybody. I never wanted to be in politics in my life, I swear to God. But due to an issue 16 years ago, I kind of got involved, and I'm going to tell you, it's different. It is rewarding. It's a pain in the butt sometimes, but I've had a good time. I've got to serve with some great people. Gil, congratulations being a new council member. I hope you enjoy your time here. Thank you. And I have met a lot of people, but being a UPS driver, I met a lot of people there too. But I got to serve my community. I've been here over 40 years. I'm not from here. My wife was born and raised here, and I'm going to miss it. So don't miss seeing these guys every 2 weeks. Doesn't mean I'm still going to come over and bother you.
Call the public.
Father Carol.
All of the public come to meetings.
Here instead of down there.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
members of the council, since we still have a couple of minutes,
Yes.
I would like to,
Hey, Richard.
I just want to extend our family's sincere appreciation. On behalf of the Ken Vargas family, we want to express our sincere gratitude to the Town of Miami Mayor and Council, Town Manager, town staff, and the beautiful people of Miami for the love and support given to our family and me over the past few months. It has been a time of extreme loss and great sorrow. But through all your prayers, acts of kindness and love you all have shown, the heaviness of our pain has been made lighter. Thank you for the soothing comfort. Ken loved Miami. He loved being a part of educating and coaching, mentoring and guiding the children of our beautiful community. Ken's nickname was Cookie. Please enjoy these cookies. We left them on the table
No, I saw
in
that.
remembrance of him. With all our love to you all, the family of Ken Vargas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Evelyn. Appreciate it. Quite a family. We're at 30 seconds. Can I have a volunteer for invocation? Hi. Thank you. 15 seconds. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty God and Father, we are honored and blessed to be at this council meeting tonight, and we pray for your wisdom, insight, and for your love and knowledge that we can do all that you need us to do, as you have provided so much for Miami as it is over the past years, and we want to continue with your insight. We pray for those souls that have departed your earth and have gone home with you, especially Councilman Lucano. We continue to pray, Lord, that you bless all levels of leadership with your universal wisdom, understanding, and love. We continue to ask of you, Father, to please protect our protectors, first responders, police and fire, medical personnel, as well as all service providers. And Father, please watch over our brave servicemen and women in uniform, wherever they may be stationed and preparing for anything that may happen, especially in these times, Lord God, when there are such threats. We ask you guide and watch over our leaders, that we put these people not at risk. We especially pray, Father, for those servicemen and women stationed in the lonely outposts of your world. Father, all these things we pray and thank you for. In your mighty name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Okay, call to order with at 6:30. Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. Item 2. Item 3. Roll call of council members.
Mayor Medina,
Present.
Vice Mayor Moak,
Present.
Councilmember Black,
Present.
Councilmember Gonzalez,
Present.
Councilmember Madrid,
Present.
Councilmember Ryman,
Here.
and Councilmember Sosh.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Wow. For a minute there, I thought I lost my agenda. Okay, that was item 3, roll call of council members. Moving on to item 4, consent agenda. All items listed below are considered consent calendar items and may be approved by a single motion unless removed at the request of a council member for future discussion or action. Other items on the agenda may be added to the consent calendar and approved under a single motion. 4A, consideration and possible action to approve minutes of November 12th, 2024, regular meeting. 4B, consideration and possible action to approve Town of Miami payroll for November 10th, 2024. That it, just what you? Wow, I expected more.
Mayor,
Sir,
make a motion to approve the consent agenda items 4A and 4B.
motion to approve of consent items made by Councilman Sosh, seconded by Councilman Black. Any more questions, concerns? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Item 5, committee reports and general demands. 5A, consideration and possible action to approve the general demands for November 1st, 2024 to November 14th, 2024.
Mayor,
Sir,
make a motion to approve the committee reports and general demands.
motion to approve the report as written in the agenda here, made by Councilman Sosh, seconded by Vice Mayor Moak. Any more questions, concerns? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Okay. Item 6, reports and recognitions. 6A, town manager's report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. At this moment, I want to request a moment of silence for the former Councilman Licano, if everybody can raise. That's what we want at this moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brief, in front of you, you have an agenda from the previous meeting of the WIFA. This meeting took place on past November 20. In page number 3, you can see the Town of Miami petition for funding in the amount of $1.9 million. This petition and other towns and jurisdiction got tabled. And A copy of the email from the WIFA staff is in your front of you. That you can understand what happened during that meeting. We're going to be participating December 18 again. We're going to be, we received the confirmation that our petition is going back to the table for December 18 and WIFA department. After that, I want to say thank you to Councilman Black for all these years of service and the opportunity to work under your management. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope you can enjoy this vacation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, if you have questions, something from way back, feel free to keep calling. Thank you.
Item 6B, Mayor and Council report. You guys, you're on.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a comment. I think it'll excite everybody in here that's been waiting for almost 2 years. The Schwartz yard is going to be cleaned up. We got a fixed date of, I believe it was 2nd and 3rd of December. Thank the town manager for making it happen.
It's a teamwork. My lawyer and the director from the Public Works.
Thank you, guys. Well, we got a bunch of distinguished people in here. Okay, Vice Mayor's got a comment.
Yeah, this election coming up tonight, I just wanted to thank all the people that was concerned about it. Got in touch with me and they came to my house and tried to ask questions and find out what's going on. Well, I answered them the best I could, and I appreciate all the concern in the public. May the best man win.
Like I was saying, we have some distinguished people here. We have 2 judges. Judge Baeza, Reardon. We have Supervisor Tim Humphrey, District 2. And my good buddy Al Gameros, Mayor of Globe, and his sidekick. How you doing? Who else do we have here? A lot of important people here. Anyway, my report has to do kind of a report to the council. I received the email concerning representation of this area at the League of Arizona Cities and Towns. And we've been invited to apply for a position in the executive board, which I believe, Mayor Gameros, you're the head man there?
I'm on the board, yeah, not the head man.
You're not the head man yet? Not yet. Oh, you're the one in CAG. You're the head man there. Yeah, I got Adam mixed up. Anyway, we're involved with CAG also. We've got representation there. I was going to suggest that the council think about sending somebody to apply for a position on the board of the league and assist Mayor Gameros and push this area. And we're getting to be known out there, folks. So we gotta keep the momentum going. So I appreciate everybody's job, work, energy, and especially our manager and our attorney. And I had a lot of things to say, but I don't want to drag it on. But anyway, that's my report. Move on to item 7. Call to the public pursuant to Arizona Revised Statute 38-431.01H. At this time, members of the public may address the town council on any issue within the council jurisdiction that is not on the agenda. There is a 3-minute limit for each speaker. The council's response is limited to responding to criticism, asking staff to review a matter commented upon, or asking that a matter be put on a future agenda. Council members are not permitted to discuss or take legal action on a matter raised during a call to the public. Hi.
Hi,
Your name and address?
my name is Kate McLinn. I live at 509 West Sullivan in Miami. And I've moved my nonprofit, Joy First Foundation, and my LLC to Miami, to this address. And I teach yoga at the Cobra Valley Rec Center, and will be volunteering as an elf for Christmas activities, both at the Bullion and the Rec Center. And I do future programming, which I'm starting to, I was just at the meeting that you were at, sir, on Tuesday at the high school. I do anti-bullying and suicide prevention campaigns. I have a camper van that is the same size as a regular van. It's my primary mode of transportation. I'm requesting to be able to park that van on the street or in the parking lot, because when I first arrived about 6 months ago, Ruben, the amazing code enforcer, who I respect a lot, asked me not to park my van where it was because it looked like an RV. I need a better solution. That is my primary mode of transportation and is the size of a normal van. It's now parked out of view on private property, hidden from view behind a gate, because I was told it would be towed or I would be fined. And it's a hardship for me because to be able to leave quickly and get on the road, it slows me down quite a bit. I'm requesting an exception or permission to park my van in the parking lot, please, or on the street. And if I may reiterate that it is my only vehicle and my primary mode of transportation.
You'll notice that our manager's taking notes.
Yes,
They can't
appreciate
work,
it.
they can't respond.
Okay, all right, thank you. So that's my issue, thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Appreciate all you.
Oh, no.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Phil Stewart, 409 West Sullivan Street. Wanted to come up and say a big thank you to the person who had the foresight to call the police department Sunday afternoon as we were working on the roof at Bullion Plaza, and somebody thought that there was a problem and were polite enough and nice enough and cared enough to make a phone call just to make sure everything is as it should be. We've been very busy down at Bullion for the last week preparing for our first annual program called Winterfest, and that is a celebration of art through the eyes of our students in the Copper Corridor. So we've been busy decorating the interior of the museum with artwork. For the very first time, Bullion Plaza will be lit for the celebration of the Christmas holiday, and that will light off on this Saturday, November 30th at 6:30 p.m. So the public is all invited. Please come join us as we celebrate winter through the eyes of our students here in the area. So thank you very much for your time.
Excellent, thank you. Another Joe.
I'm moving slow, but
I don't know, take your
Still
time.
moving.
Yeah, you earned it. Former Mayor Joe Sanchez.
yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mayor and Council. My name is Joe Sanchez. I'm at 354 South Adonis Avenue in Miami, and I do want to thank you, Councilman Black, for all your years of service.
Thank you, John.
But to Mayor and Council, most of you will have an important decision to make later tonight. You will be asked to select the new mayor and vice mayor to serve for the next 2 years. I'm asking that you give every consideration to select Councilman Gilbert Madrid as the mayor and Councilman Phil Stewart as the vice mayor. You've already seen an example this evening of some of the work that they've done for our community. The eyesore at Swartz Lumber was I get many phone calls because I'm at the end of that street, and we have concerns of, as many of the residents do, but congratulations on moving forward with that. And Phil Stewart stepped forward in March of this year. We were in the process of celebrating our 100-year anniversary of the William Plaza School when our director, Tom Foster, had a seizure and months later passed away. And Phil was able to step in and assure that the food, the entertainment, everything else connected with that celebration was going to take place. So, in my opinion, together they, with the entire council, would be responsible and able to provide the leadership necessary to carry out the mission of the residents of our town, which is to govern in accordance with the laws of the town of Miami, the state of Arizona, and the United States government. Thank you very much.
I see some young faces back there, like they might want to say something. Come on over, everybody. No?
My name is Damian Castaneda. I live at 762 West Merritt Street. And I have some concerns with what we're being charged with for our garbage and bulk trash. I brought my receipts from the landfill to the town of Miami, and we continue to be charged for it. I wanted to know, what do I got to do to stop that? Because I brought receipts, I brought proof, and I'm still getting charged. This has been going on for a while. Which one?
Town manager.
All right.
The council can't respond to him.
Okay, yeah, I just had to.
If you can give me the card.
Make it known.
Mayor and Council, thank you for allowing me to speak. Al Gamero, 630 West Beacon Circle in Globe. I was going to give you an update on our Hill Street facility apartment complex. I was here I thought there was going to be on the agenda for a transit stop there, but apparently it's on your future agenda, and so I'll be here for that. But I just want to emphasize that this Hill Street School apartment is not just a win for Globe. It's a win for our whole community, our entire community. This is available to all residents within Globe, Miami, the county, whatever it is. 55 and older, it's affordable housing facility. I think I said 64 units. So anybody is eligible to apply for residency there. And I know they're getting a lot of calls. There's a lot of people that are worried and wondering when they get the call back, but there's a procedure that they have to go through in order to process the application. The number there is 928-255-5605. If anybody's interested in applying there, please do. I mean, it's an amazing facility. We did a traffic study, and we're going to put it warranted a three-way stop at Maple and Hill because of the school and the traffic there. And we're also going to be proposing the future transit stop for the people that also reside there. So again, please pass that along to anybody that would like to have residency there. I understand there is because we're about ready to give a certificate of occupancy sometime in the first 2 weeks of December, but on December 11th is a media-only day tour, and I wanted to include our council, but I also like to extend that to Miami Council. If you wish to go and see the interior of this building, this is, like I said, this is needed in both our communities. It's not just Globe. So if you do, let me know, and I will try to get as many people as I can into that tour.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Date again?
December 11th, and I think it's in 10:30 in the morning. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Put in a crosswalk to Nerdburger.
What's that?
You should put in a crosswalk to Nerdburger.
Underground.
We We discussed that 2 weeks ago, we're gonna add another stop there, he's working on it.
Yeah, I'll get with you. Thank you.
Greetings, Mayor, Council, and public. My name is Anjanette Bollinger, and I'm currently reside at 835 Desert Drive in Globe. I'm a Globe resident, but I have been a lifelong resident of Globe, Miami. I grew up next to William Plaza School, the historic William Plaza School. And today I stand before you, not just as a neighbor, but with someone who deeply cares about our future and our beloved town. We are in a pivotal moment, and the choice we make in this election tonight for mayor will shape the community for years to come. Why Gil Madrid for mayor? Gil was born and raised in Miami. Gil is a 1967 graduate of Miami High School. After high school, Gil went to study engineering and building construction management at ASU and the University of Florida and graduated cum laude. In the corporate industry, Gil climbed the corporate ladder to a position of president and chief executive officer, which was based in London, England. Miami is currently in a position where construction knowledge is invaluable. Knowledge of contracts, scheduling, management, supply chain, and all the other facets of construction. At this time in Miami's future, let's put the best people in their element. I urge the council to vote for Gil Madrid for mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. And oh boy. Thank you, Supervisor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tim Humphrey, 263 Quail, Roosevelt. I just wanted to let you know that the grant that you put in to me for the Christmas will be on our agenda for tomorrow, or December the 3rd. And so that's up and will pass, I'm sure. And I also want to congratulate who is the new mayor and vice mayor and offer my help in any way. Feel free to call. I'd love to have a meeting with you and we can catch up on things or answer questions. So thank you very much. And Mr. Black, thank you. It's been great working with you and communication. Yes, same goes for you. If you got any old questions, call me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. Next. Come on along. Okay, moving on to unfinished business. We got one.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, my name is Vince Perez. I recently just purchased some land in Miami, so I could be at 114 Frederick Street. I've had a long lifetime residency here, I guess, back and forth. I was born on the hill up there, went to school, I went to church here in Miami, different places. So I'm here also to speak, actually to thank the council, because I know how hard it can be to get so much feedback. I'll call it feedback. I think there's another word for it, but I'll call it feedback. And I appreciate everything you've all done here. I can see up there, and I can see other people that are going to be involved in this council. And I see everybody very confident. They're very confident. One of the ladies that just spoke, she talked about the need for council members, people that are quite frankly ready and professional. I see that up there already. I came up here to speak to. I've spoken to many of the council members here. They were very good about explaining what we needed and what they have plans for our town. I agree with that. Anybody that's on this council, I think, from Mr. Madrid to Mr. Black, I know you're leaving, so we appreciate that, is capable. And I'd like to just give you my support. And I come from a little area that's called Miami High School, 1973, a class of. We have already acquired over 50 signatures and pledges to Miami, to the Miami Town Council, the Miami Mayor, Vice Mayor, to help you. You want to be the 12th man on your team. The 12th man is always the person that, there's a team, and we get that extra bit of help up there. So we want to pledge that to you guys. And we'll have actually more signatures and more pledges to you if they give you. I know that the election tonight is very important, and rather than say this person's better than that person, I'd like to say that you're all great, and vote with your conscience. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll wait. Now we move on. Item 8, unfinished business. I see none. 9, new business. Presentation and discussion only. Miami Genesis presentation of Bully Plaza Gym quarterly report for the calendar year 2024, second and third quarter. Susan Hansen. Hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you? My name is Lisa Saragosa. I live at 6081 Cleveland Avenue in Miami. Good evening. I am here on part of to take Susan's place because she couldn't make it, but I didn't know if anybody had any questions about Blue Bullion Plaza and the report that she had sent. Well, good, thank you. That was easy.
That was easy. Thank you. That was 9A. 9B, information, discussion, and possible action. Possible approval to distribute incentive funds to town of Miami employees from funds obtained from public auction. I think it's a neat program. Alexis Rivera, town manager.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. At this moment, I want to pursue the approval to this process to be distributed to our staff. They're working since I'm town manager in August 2022. We bring a very aggressive agenda, and I know that our staff is working hard to accomplish all these elements. It's not only my ideas, but it's the staff that is behind this town that is creating a better future for our residents.
Neat.
Do you have a total of the distribution?
Turn it over. Turn your back over. You want to see it?
I don't know if this had any bearing on this outcome, but I did mention some time ago that in lieu of raises anymore in the industry, raises anymore, you can't take back the money that people actually deserve, but the conditions are controlled by the economy. So up at the mine, what they did was they looked to see if they had an outstanding year, and they would share the bonuses, you might say, in the form of a bonus. And I'm sure you guys did the same thing, didn't you?
I was in the union, we got raises.
Oh, you got raises, yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't apply to your contract.
Yeah, at Freeport, we didn't have any contracts, but they did have this incentive, and it was a great one. And they were upfront and honest, just like this right here. They show how much they made, how much you can afford to share with us. And I made quite a bit of money with their incentive. And then, of course, we had the bad times also. So there were times where we didn't have a bonus or it wasn't that much. But anyway, I think that's a good program. It's almost the same as the program at Freeport where I was an employee.
I got a question for the town manager. When did we hold auctions? How many auctions did we raise that? How many auctions did we have to raise this kind of funding?
It was 4 vehicles.
Yeah, it was November of last year.
November, and 4 vehicles that was in possession of the town of Miami.
Alexis, I think it's great, show appreciation that you found some money for, our staff for all their hard work. I did have a question though. Well, actually I have 2 questions. I want to make sure that everybody gets an incentive, and so I see you and Karen have a blank underneath that 2024 incentive. Are you both going to be able to achieve a bonus?
In my case, it's going to be depending on mayor and council.
I think all the hard work, we're a team, like you said earlier, like it's a team effort, right? So in my opinion, I think everybody in the town should deserve a bonus or an incentive for that. But that's just my opinion. I don't know how council feels. Oh, I don't know. I actually have a question.
So Mayor and Council, so the calculation on this whole thing is including Karen and our town manager. And I did put it on the side, but it is calculated in there. And I don't know, yours should show, they're on the side.
I see that, but I wasn't
yeah,
sure,
they are
'cause on the
calculated.
column it was blank on that, so.
Oh, way over there.
And so my second question I have is, like the determination on the raises, not the raises, but the bonus. Maybe in the future, something to think about is the years of service. Because I think our staff, for the dedication, when they can go someplace else, to get, more money, whatever, I think, a nice bonus for the dedication and the time, maybe consideration next time on that, instead of flat all the way across. Just a suggestion.
Mr. Mayor?
Sure.
We've only been doing this for a couple of years. The town really hasn't had the funding, but luckily we're getting it out of auctioning off old equipment. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the incentive funds to the town of Miami employees for funds obtained from public auction sales.
And I motion to second it.
Get back on
Great
track
time of
here.
year to do it.
Motion made on the table to approve item 9B as written. And that was made by Councilman Black, seconded by Councilman Madrid. Any more discussion? Just one more.
I'd like to ask her, is there any problem with this from a legal standpoint?
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
We looked into it, and the way this is done, no. But the town can't just give out bonuses like regular businesses can. It has to be uniform. For example, that's why it's a same amount for part-time, for full-time, for director level. So meeting those requirements and the de minimis amount of what it is, then yeah, we're able to do that in this form.
Cool. Good. Any more questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay.
Thank you, Mayor. And
Thank you.
Councilman Gonzalez, are we going to take a note regarding to your recommendation?
We can't though.
Yeah.
Can we? I don't think so. What Joe just stated. Got to be straight across, he said, right?
We'll look into some
okay.
different aspects, but there are restrictions on, it's got to be kind of uniform. But we could look at, seeing instead of breaking it up as to 5, 10, 15-year type retention bonuses kind of thing.
Cool.
Mayor, if we can move item NF before 9C.
Move which item?
There's a new item,
Yes.
an amended agenda item 9F.
Yeah, just select that one on.
And we're just asking, just so we get all the the new business stuff done before doing the canvas and then the swearing in an election, so we don't have one item hanging out afterwards.
Gotcha. If I can find mine. Anyway, we're moving, okay,
This was amended on.
I'm looking for a motion to move.
No, you don't need a motion, just without objection, if we could handle 9F before we do the canvas and the rest of the.
Okay, without objection, then we'll go ahead and move it. No objection?
So, just as an explanation, this was added on Friday as an amendment to the agenda because an issue came up with regard to the
reporting.
Well, no, I can. Yeah, you can explain that.
Mayor and Council, this petition is to approve the Town of Miami Municipality Property Corporation. Why? It's very important for us. We received some ARPA fundings back on 2021, correct? 2020. This funding need to be allocated before December 31st, 2024. The DUNS number from the federal government that was assigned for these corporations need to be renewable. In order to be renewable, we need to have appoint these 3 staff members in order to comply with the Department of Treasury request before December 31st, 2024.
Oh, yes.
So what happened is the ARPA funds were improperly associated with the DUNS number for the property corporation as opposed to the Town of Miami. The property corporation was let go into essentially default because there was no further use for the town to continue forward with the property corporation and having those, the necessary annual filings and all those things that went with it. But because of the mix-up with the DUNS number, the federal government required, they wouldn't allow us to just correct that and put it under the town's DUNS number. It has to maintain or stay with the property corporation. And because we allowed it to go into default, now we have to revive it and appoint new officers and bring the filings up to date with the Corporation Commission so that everything's active before the end of the year, before that deadline for that reporting. So essentially it's just being done to address that issue. After that period of time, again, up to council, there's no real need to maintain the property corporation other than to address this error issue with the ARPA funds.
Yeah, I believe that one of the biggest asset that the MPC had was during our sewer system. That was part of one of the requirements I believe that we had. But how many people are on the board? Is it only 3, or did we have more? Do you know?
No, we only have 3.
Only have 3.
Mhm.
And if I can recall, I thought we had some business people, citizens that were on the MCC before.
At one time.
At one time. Is it okay to have 3 staff members and not? I mean, if we want to continue having this board, what would be your recommendation? Because like I said, in the past, we had voices out there from the citizens and businesses, I think, that were on the board before. And I don't know if we have anybody that's willing to be on there, and I don't know if we could ask, but I don't know. What's your recommendation on that, Joe?
If the council wants to continue forward with the MPC, then yeah, the recommendation would be is to put it out there to get individuals who are interested in and submit letters of interest or apply to the council to be appointed. This is being done solely to be able to bring that corporation up to active status so that we meet the deadline by the end of the year. Previously, the council had decided that there was no need to continue forward with the MPC. There was also costs for insurance and different things that went into maintaining the MPC, and it was decided just to allow it to go into default because there's no penalty for that. It just, after a period of time, gets administratively dissolved through the Corporation Commission. So that's a decision that we can bring back to council if you want. After the first of the year, we can have that discussion. If the council wants to continue to keep that corporation, I'd suggest having Alexis look into the additional costs, whatever the experience. I think there was an issue with, it was costing a couple $1,000s in insurance costs and different things to maintain it. That was one of the reasons why it was allowed to go into, default status, just to dissolve it eventually.
Joe, can you explain what the purpose is for the MPC? So council can have an idea of what, if they want to continue it or not, what's all involved, what's the need for and why we need it. Not why we need it, but what's the reasoning for it?
There's a few different reasons why you would have a municipal property corporation. This one was used because of the need with the funding for the wastewater treatment plant. So there are certain aspects when you would need and want a separate corporation that can get the different funding mechanisms that can go through that corporation. Just up to councils if there are future projects that would necessitate having a separate municipal property corporation.
So can, if it does get dissolved and say in the future we have a big project coming up where we might need this board, is there going to be difficulties to reestablish an MPC, or is there a lot of paperwork to continue it? Because like I said, I had people standing up here, thinking, saying that we're going to be growing, right? And so we got to have that mindset then. And if we dissolve something that can help us with funding, but I'm just, how hard it is to re-establish if we have to.
It's not that difficult. It's just up to, if you want to pay that additional cost between, over the, if it's going to be 3 or 5 years before you actually have a need for it, and you're going to be paying a couple $1,000s a year, is it worth it to maintain it, as opposed to allow it to go, to be dissolved, and then if the need comes up in the future, and say 5 years down the road, to form a new municipal property corporation. It's just, there's not a ton that goes into it, but there is some filings and work. So in order to maintain it, every year you have to do your annual updates and filings with the Corporation Commission, the insurance requirements, and I think that's pretty much it.
Attorney's fees for statutory agents.
Statutory agent, maintain the statutory agent, and then making sure that you have a board and that they hold an annual meeting, different things like that.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe, my question is, from my little experience with corporations dissolving, isn't there a process to just end it rather than let it dissolve?
Yeah, you can take an affirmative step of filing the paperwork and everything like that. It's
too much trouble.
It's easier just to allow it to go into administrative dissolution if you don't have any debt, if you don't have any obligations, just allow it to go into administrative dissolution, and that was...
Any idea how long that would take?
I want to say it's like 4 or 5 years for administrative dissolution, so I think we still have the ability to reactivate it and go back and file those missing years of reports. So like I said, after we get this reactivated and get everything in order for these ARPA funds for the reporting requirements, we can bring this back to council for a more in-depth discussion after the first year, if council wants to continue forward with it, or just allow it to go into, again, dissolution. But if you do want to go forward with it, my recommendation would be is to appoint board members for it like you have in the past, not just have them be your administrative staff. The reason we're doing it this way is because We just need to get it done within a very short period of deadline, and we can't go out and solicit and ask people if they'd be interested in serving on the board and stuff like that. This is just for a kind of a stopgap measure to be able to meet this December deadline.
My question to council is, you mentioned wastewater. You foresee anything else that could come on? Anybody?
I think there might be, if in the January review, if we can get the historical numbers, return on investment or losses, and try to apply that to what we know is coming over the next 5-10 years. Might be worth holding on to.
Yes, ma'am. The good thing about it, we got it because one, we were doing federal grants to do the wastewater project. It is something good to have for a county. And I mean, it costs for paying for it, ain't that bad. I would recommend that we continue with it. And later on, maybe get some residents or somebody that might want to super more like we had in the past. So I would like to make a motion. Make a motion to approve the appointment of the following members to the Town of Miami Municipal Property Corporation, MPC Board of Directors, each for 3-year terms, be Karen Norris, Alexis Rivera, and Maria Lopez.
Motion to approve item F as read by Councilman Black and
Mr. Mayor, I second that motion.
seconded by Councilman Madrid. All those in favor? If there's no more questions, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Okay, that brings us back to 9C. Information, discussion, and possible action. Possible approval of resolution number 1308, 1308, a resolution of the mayor and the council of the town of Miami, Gila County, Arizona, declaring the adopting the results of the general election held on November the 5th, 2024, canvass the vote. Karen.
Mayor and council, this is the resolution to canvass the vote, and basically it's just adopting the results. We got our final results from Gila County, I think Wednesday or Thursday. So this is complete and ready for your consideration.
Mayor?
Sir.
I make a motion to approve 9C for the resolution 1308, a resolution of mayor and council of the town of Miami, Gila County, Arizona, declaring and adopting the results of the general election held on November 5th, 2024, canvass the vote.
Motion on the table on item C as written concerning resolution 1308 made by Councilman Sosh.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Black. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. All right. 9D, swearing in of newly elected council members. Administration of oath of office to newly elected and re-elected council members Sammy Gonzalez, Gil Madrid, and Phil Stewart. The new council members will now take their seats. They have.
You guys swear me in?
And on. You guys want to stand up there and get yelled at?
Down here.
Yeah, put up a camera. Or up there.
Just waiting to see where you guys are going to stand.
It's like herding cats.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's good. The flags are in the background. The sun is shining.
And you're elevated.
There you go.
Okay. Ready? You'll raise your right hand and you'll state your name when you say it. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the State of Arizona, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and defend them against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of council member according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
I'll let everybody eat.
Okay.
Mike. Oh, yes. $10. We'll bill you for it. We can make a repayment plan if you want. Thank you, John. Yeah, thank you. Take a picture. Make sure you check their IDs.
Are we ready? What a drum roll.
Is that a camera? Yeah. What's that?
Item 9E, selection of mayor and vice mayor. Item 1 there would be selection of a mayor. Nominations will be taken and the council will vote to select a mayor to serve for a term of 2 years or until a new mayor is selected.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a nomination. I nominate Gil Madrid for mayor.
Gil Madrid, mayor.
Definitely second it.
Okay.
You'd ask if there's any other nominations.
Also go with the second one. Any other nominations?
Yes, I nominate Councilman Sosh.
Councilman Sosh. Okay, second. Second by Councilman, Vice Mayor Moe. And motion was made by Councilman, I'm confused over that. Yes. So, what's next?
Any other nominations?
Yeah, any other nominations?
If not, then you would take a vote on the first nomination, and depending on that vote, then on the next nomination.
Joe, I don't like to take sides, so can I abstain from this? I can't? Oh, are you kidding me?
You got to vote.
You're the tiebreaker. Okay. All those in favor of Gil Madrid for mayor, signify by saying aye. Or do it by hand?
We gotta do a vote or random vote, or how does that work?
You can say, it'd probably be easier if you raise your right hand like we used to do, so.
All those in favor for Gil Madrid, raise your right hand. One.
Still ask it. It's done. Yeah, you can. 4-3.
4-3, no. All those in favor of
We don't have to do
No, I was gonna pick on this guy over here right now. Sorry, Don. Okay, so does he take over now?
Well, you can go ahead and do the vice mayor.
Still do the vice mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a nomination to fill for vice mayor.
Motion for, nomination for Phil Stewart for vice mayor, seconded by Ryman, Councilman Ryman. Okay, and then another one?
Any other nominations?
Any other nominations for vice mayor? Okay. Motion made to nominate, Senator Gonzalez for vice mayor, seconded by yours truly. Okay. Ready? So all those in favor of, who was the first guy? Phil Stewart? All those in favor of Phil Stewart, signify by saying aye or raise your hand.
Raise your right hand.
Okay, there's three. And those for Sammy Gonzalez, raise your hand. For vice mayor. And for dog catcher, Jose Medina.
I want that job.
Okay, is that it? And now, does he take over?
Yep.
Should. You're the mayor.
Mayor Madrid.
Take over.
Take it over now.
Yes.
Two more items on the agenda.
All right.
I'll do council applicants on the agenda. Items. Call.
Feature your microphone.
Thought I did. Okay, item 10, call it to the council. Future agenda item.
Mayor. Alexis, for the future, for the month, I haven't gotten any reports from Public Works, so it's been a while. So I would like to see, a report from Public Works. Everybody else has had the reports in here, and so just for the future, if I could get one. Thank you.
Any others?
As usual, I want to thank everybody that stuck it out with us here. I appreciate you putting up with my voice. But also though, I was reading the election results, and when it came down to the home rule, I was kind of disappointed if I read that right. We really didn't get the support that I was expecting from the voters. So apparently, there's some people out there that don't understand the home rule, and we need to educate them for hopefully not next time. So that's all I got. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? All right. Item 11.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Why don't you make a motion to adjourn?
Councilman, second by
Hey, Karen.
second.
Yeah, night. Kevin.
Will somebody second?
I
think I'm good.
Thank you, Ryan.
Okay. For the night. All in favor, right? Aye.